I have had an epiphany, a revelation, if you will. And what is that? Well, basically, I realized a couple of days ago that, just doing a normal Minecraft go through, everyone's done that. Everyone's seen one of those. It's pretty standard stuff. And the stuff I was doing, gathering resources, building a house, everyone's done that before. I mean, I'm pretty sure your 110-year-old Alzheimer's ridden great grandmother has done that before. So, not exactly breaking new grounds. But that's not what I'm about. Sometimes it isn't. Anyway, so basically, what I'm gonna do here, and I'll explain as soon as I get everything situated. I think it's all good here. What I'm gonna do is something a little bit different. Instead of just building a house and, winning the game, I'm gonna go east. As soon as I figure out which direction east is. Is that the sun? Give me a second here. Great intro, I know. I expected this to be a little more cinematic. There we go. I'm gonna go east. And I'm gonna keep going east. And then I'm gonna go east some more. And then I'm gonna go east even further. And once I've reached the farthest point of east, I'm gonna keep going past that. And that's gonna be my whole Minecraft go through here. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna keep going east until I've gone to the east of east and fought the wild wereworms in the last desert, as Bilbo Baggins said. Yeah, and the whole end game of this is not really an end game, although I guess my end game is that eventually I'm gonna reach the legendary Farlands, that part of Minecraft where the game glitches and it makes all these weird caverns and tunnels, which, according to the Minecraft wiki, the Farlands do still exist. Granted, it also said they're about 1.8 septillion blocks out, so I may not live to see that, but I'm gonna make an attempt for it. And we're gonna go east. Who said that? Yeah, well, the chicken gets it, he knows. So, that's the whole end game there. So, basically, I need to start getting some resources and start I need to start moderating my resource management. That's not a good sentence. I'm keeping it in, I don't care. I need to start preparing myself for a nomadic lifestyle, basically, because I'm going to be traveling east for quite a while. And why east, you ask? Well, basically, there's not really a valid reason why east, but there's some coal. We're off to a good start. But, north, everyone goes north. I mean, that's like, north is like the main character of directions, that's the standard, alright? You get coal with a wood pickaxe? You can. Yeah, I didn't know that. I've been playing Minecraft for 15 years now, and I didn't know that. Anyway, everyone goes north, that's a pretty standard direction, pretty basic. South, that's a pretty major direction too. You got South Dakota, you got, South Korea, South is a pretty famous direction too. It's like North's twin. West, that's also popular. You got Journey to the West, you got, the Western expansion, Western colonialism. West is pretty big in history. But East, no. East is kind of like, it's overlooked for directions, it seems like you don't hear about too much East. Except for the Middle East, maybe, but that's, that's not really East, that's the Middle East. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're going east, though. That's the end goal here. And I'm going to start by getting the coal. And see, the thing is, though, with doing a nomadic lifestyle here, is that I'm not exactly sure what challenges I'm going to run into, but I think one of the big ones is inventory management. Because it's just going to be me. So, I think bundles are probably going to be my best friend in this. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. Maybe I'll end up with a camel. You may be wondering why I didn't just use the other Minecraft file, because I started one a week or two ago, and I only got a short ways into it. I just built a little house, so why didn't I just go onto that one and travel to the east of east? Well, basically, it's because of the dog. I got a dog in that. Ah, there it goes. I got a dog in that, and so my only two options were to bring the dog, because I'm not just going to ditch the dog there, would be to bring the dog, realistically. And I didn't want to bring a dog on this quest, because inevitably I'm going to end up getting myself killed, and by extension the dog, and I don't think I could live with myself for that. Yeah, this direction. So, essentially, I'm just going to be traveling by myself. So that file, we'll just say that I retired to a cottage out in the coastline or wherever it was with the dog. You know, that's the good ending. This is the hardship ending where we're traveling east. Except I'm going that way because I'm going to hope I can find something like a village. Well, what do you know? Right on time. See, another problem is having beds too, and I'll elaborate on this a little bit more, but we're going to be spending the first night in this village, which is actually a pretty good find, first of all. What the fuck is that thing? It's just ice structure. It's a weird looking ice structure. It looks like a... Well, I'm not going to say what it looks like, but I'm sure there were some people thinking it. I don't think I've ever seen ice grow into a tower like that. Hello, villagers. You have nothing to fear from me. I'm not going to stick around long enough to ruin your lives. It doesn't take long for me, but, you know, there we go. I'm taking this, though. Anyway, so the problem I'm going to run into with beds is that if I'm traveling, I'm going to end up needing to bring a bed so I can sleep through the night, because, you know, I don't want to just run endlessly through the night and then get clobbered by hostile mobs. So I'm going to have to bring a bed with me. Did I hear a cat? No, all I heard was this idiot grunting. Shut up, I'm talking. Idiots. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, the beds. I need to bring beds. Did I just see that bed move when I opened the door, or am I losing my mind? I'm losing my mind. Anyway, as I've been trying to say, I need to bring beds with me because I gotta sleep through the night. However, the problem with that is that once I sleep in a bed, I can't take the bed with me because it destroys my respawn point. And so if I end up dying and I don't have a bed to respawn near, it's going to send me probably back to where I originally spawned at. And then basically I'd have to restart my epic voyage to the far lands. You know, 1.8 septillion blocks out. And that just won't do. So I'd have to sleep in a bed and then leave the bed there and then make another bed. Hello. So, essentially I'm going to have to make disposable beds. Which means... Hold on. 6 skills right there. We're getting off to a good start here. I got high hopes for this adventure. This mad quest to the edge of the universe. But yeah, I think it'd be infinitely more helpful if instead of having beds, which take up a whole inventory slot, I just end up bringing a bunch of wool and wood with me and then making a bed every day. That's probably the best option there. We're gonna have to adapt to the nomadic lifestyle. But for now, we're gonna stick around in this village and get some stuff. This first episode of my epic saga is probably not gonna be too thrilling. It's just gonna be standard stuff, you know. Just staying around, getting some resources, getting prepared for the adventure ahead. All that, pretty standard stuff. It's a good thing I found the village. I could have been royally boned if I didn't. Hello. Yeah, you picked the wrong guy to mess with, Chief. I happen to be the most skilled combat fighter in all of Minecraft. And I'm not gonna ask anyone to fact check that one. I happen to be the most high profile, skilled me that's out there. Ooh. Ooh. Well. Ooh. That's some decent. This is a really good village, actually. You know what? I think this is a great. This will be my starting point. Wherever I spawned at. For the lore of this. Where's the house that my blue bed. No, don't let me interrupt you by all means. Here, we'll start out in this house. This is not where I wanted to go either. We'll start out in this village, and from here, we'll begin our epic quest. Our mad adventure into the unknown. Hate to do this to you, Chief, but oh, god damn it. Excuse me. You have a shovel? Where do you get a shovel from? There, this is my price for saving you from the shovel-wielding zombie. Yeah, not even a thanks. Typical villager behavior. Get some cooked food here to start the quest. I'd like to get some iron too. I'd like to heal first. Yeah, we're gonna probably just stick around, get some armor, get some other crap. Save the leather. How do you make a bundle, actually? Inevitably, I think I'm gonna have to make one. I'll just look it up. Bundle. It doesn't have it listed here. I know they have them. Ah, whatever, I'll figure it out later. Anyway, I think you need string and leather for it. I have another file where I have one. And it's pretty helpful in that file. I think it'll be infinitely more helpful for inventory management in this one. That looks like a good start. Ooh. Hello. Random emerald. I don't have an iron pick, so I can't take that. But I am going to take emeralds because it'll help me trade with these villagers. Another one. I have found the most prosperous village out here. I swear. I'll come back for this later. Well, I'll get it now anyway. Yeah, this is a surprisingly prosperous village. They're lucky I'm not going to stay here long enough to completely loot everything in the area. But don't worry, I'll make sure to soil their prosperity as best I can in this short time. Ow. Seems like a good place to start here, in the crevice. There we go, play it safe. That was not playing it safe. There we go. Let's just hope nothing shoots me into there. Yeah. inevitably I'm gonna end up getting myself killed. I think it's just gonna happen at some point. Presumably going to... Is there really not gonna be anything down here? Just gravel and coal. And there's gotta be something down there. See, in the last episode, the not nomadic episode, I went into a cave like this. Well, a bigger cave. And I also got chased by a zombie horse or something, and somebody was riding a spear on it. Minecraft has definitely changed. Is that a thing down there? Am I gonna end up going down there for nothing? Now, I just know something's gonna... a skeleton's gonna come and just shoot me off the edge here as soon as I get down far enough. I just know it's gonna happen. We're playing it safe, though. I'm not just gonna delve in, okay? You know, that's how you survive in this unhinged world. Hey, really? Oh, there, you see? I called it. I can see him. Ah, shit. Well, we're going down anyway. I'm already in. I'm already invested. Okay, you don't wanna... I don't have a shield. Oh, shit. I don't have anything to fight him. We'll be back down here later when I get a shield. How about that? Or maybe not. I don't know. Oh, yeah. My computer's kind of foobarred a little bit. Sometimes I'll hit a key and the key will just stick. Like I was hitting the key to move to the side there and the key just like stuck and it almost screwed me over. It has screwed me over in the past. I don't know why the computer does that. Well, I'm not needing for coal, that's for damn sure. Anything down here? Any iron? Yeah, I'm not going in there. That's a death sentence, I just know it. How do I get out of here? I need to find a cave that's not just a crevice into the abyss. Like that. I need to find a standard cave. This one would be good, but unfortunately I don't want to just get immediately 360 no-scoped by a skeleton down there. So we're gonna pick a different cave. I think that's the same one, yeah. I'm gonna block this off. Even if I don't fall in there, the villagers are kind of morons, so they'll probably end up falling in there anyway. Alright, where's a decent cave start? I need a better cave than that. Is that the direction I'm gonna be going? No, that's the direction I'm gonna end up going. Into the ice wastes. Quite a start to this quest, traveling east into the ice. Guess it's a good thing I'm not going north even further into the ice. Oh, we might be onto something here. Hold on. Get down there. Let me make a path. No skelly boys, but no iron as well as copper. Actually, I can make stuff out of copper now, can't I? You can make copper armor and all that, right? I don't think it's that great, but it's definitely good in the absence of iron. Looks cool, too. You know, in real life, copper, definitely one of my favorite metals, alright? I mean, like, copper's right up there with, like, titanium, alright? People like gold, but honestly, gold, like, you can do fuck all with gold in practical terms. Like, it just looks nice. But, you know, your copper, that's a solid one. That's a good one. You might be thinking, well, rubidium's got to be one of my favorite metals. But, I mean, like, realistically, how often is your average person running into the element rubidium just out in the wild? I'm not even sure if it's useful for anything. I don't even... It's a liquid in its natural form. And it explodes when you put it into water. And, yeah. I mean, when it lights on fire, it burns purple, so that's kind of neat, I guess. Well, we're gonna get copper. I don't think copper can mine that emerald, but you know, oh shit. Yep, I just about went right into that lava. I knew it. I didn't even block off the part I ran into. Does copper armor oxidize in that? I don't know. I know they made copper useful. When they first put copper in, you could get tons of it, and it was basically useless. You could only make like lightning rods in spyglasses. Spyglasses are another thing I'm going to get one of. First of all, for the aesthetic purposes, because, you know, an adventurer's got to have a spyglass. It's just, you know, you just got to have a spyglass as an adventurer. But, yeah. I don't actually know how good the copper is going to be. Well, I don't want to take that. I might have overdone it with the copper a little bit. I don't actually know how good copper stuff is. I've never used it in a practical sense. Like, I had my main Minecraft file, not the one from my last episode, but the file that I actually do stuff on, I finished the game on and all that. I got copper in it, but I just use it as a decoration because it looks kind of cool. It's like, well, it's copper colored, so, you know. I think this is the house I was using. This is the house that I commandeered, right? There we go. Food. Put that in there. I don't know. Maybe copper armor is going to turn out to be completely useless. Realistically, it's going to be outdated as soon as I get iron anyway, so... Getting dark out, but I need to kill a skelly boy. Not a skeleton. I need to kill a spider. A spooder. So I can get the string. So I can get the bundle. Forgot what I was gonna say there. Yeah, I already know I'm gonna need them. This is not a spooder. Be gone. I banished it. Hey. Teamwork. What works? Teamwork. Alright, anyway, that's not what I needed. What I needed was to go whoop some spider ass. In Minecraft, not in real life. I have spider friends in real life. I got one in my room that keeps all the insects from climbing in through my window, which is more of a problem than you'd think, actually, because I live in a basement. Hello, any spooters? I just need like one or two maybe. You're not a spooter. You're just a waste of my time, is what you are. What, nothing? Okay, well there's one. Come to me, spooter. Not you. I don't need you. Hold on, can I get a dual kill here? Hold on, watch this sick skill here. Ow. Oh yeah. Check that out. And 2-string right there. That's the kind of skill you get from me, okay? That's the kind of raw skill and power that I got. I just about knocked over my drink here. Made myself some oolong tea for this. I don't really like oolong tea, but back when I worked at Goodwill, somebody donated like 10 boxes of this stuff, and you can't sell food products there. Oh shit. Yeah, you can't sell food products at Goodwill. So I ended up taking home like I had like 10 boxes of oolong tea that I've just been going through for the last like 4 years now. There we go. Oh yeah, that armor rating's kinda shit, I gotta be honest. Is a copper sword any better than 5 attack damage? 5 attack damage. It's exactly the same as a stone sword. But it looks cool, so I'm gonna keep it. It looks better than a stone sword, I guess, so we'll take it. We'll get the pickaxe too. Pickaxe is probably the same, but they look better anyway. Exactly the same as the stone stuff. But you know what? It looks cool. I'll be the Copper Warrior. A name that sounds a lot more epic than it is. I don't think I need to take the potato. Don't need the rotten flesh. I don't need the dirt. Oh yeah, I was making a bundle, wasn't I? Fear not, lads. The Copper Warrior is here. Is I doing bundle? How do I make one of those? I think. No, that's not it. Okay, how do I do it? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's only one leather. Well, having just a plain bundle, is there something I can dye it with, like flowers? Here's some flowers. I want to dye it. I don't want to just have a plain bundle. You know, I may be a nomad, but I'm a high-class nomad, okay? I got style. Okay, I'm something of a regular fashionista myself. Is that still a thing people say? I don't know. I'm wildly out of touch with my own generation. I don't know what the cool kids are saying these days. I never did, realistically. There we go. Yellow dye, red dye. We mix them together, and somehow we end up with 2 orange dye. And then do I dye the bundle? Okay, so I make the bundle, and then I dye the bundle, and there we go. Orange bundle. There we go. I've beaten Minecraft. I made the bundle. I've beaten Minecraft. What is this? Harness. Yeah. Alright, well, I've beaten Minecraft now. I got the bundle. I've won. It's been an epic ride the whole time. No, alright. Rest of this copper, I'll finish making my... Dad out of here. Finish making my armor. I guess this be the equivalent of stone armor. Or, well, it'd be chain link armor, I think. Chain link armor, for some reason, is like... You can't make it, but you can only find it. Doesn't make any sense, but you know, whatever. At least I got something here. Unfortunately, I can't make a shield out of copper. And a shield is probably about the most useful thing I can have. And I don't think it's gonna be up there. I think I gotta go down into the deep again to find some iron. All I need is like 1 iron though. Or at least I got my copper sword though. Just take a quick swig. There we go. At least I got my copper though. The great Copper Warrior strikes again. I guess we're sitting on an active fault line or something. There's a lot of plenty of lava out here. Any iron to be found? Aye. Well, you know, oh, there might be some over there. And what do you know? That's east. I'll go over there. I'll come back to the village. of course, to get my stuff. Get the other things. I like this song, actually, this Minecraft song. Yeah, that's pretty good. A lot of Minecraft songs are pretty good, but this one just like, it's like the perfect Tundra song. What is, oh, a ruined portal. Fascinating. Have a chest? Does it have a chest? I know these things have chests around them. It's turning out to be a surprisingly good start to my epic voyage. Now watch something go catastrophically wrong. Ah, there it is. What does a glistening melon slice do for? Well, here's iron. A lodestone. I don't think I'm gonna need a lodestone. I know you use those to like latch a compass to and it'll lead you back to it, but I'm not going back anywhere. We only move forward in this expedition, in this quest, in this glorious adventure to the east of East. Which is what I'm going to call this file now, the East of East. It's a quote from The Hobbit. Well, it's a quote from the Hobbit video game from like 2002 or whenever. Wait, I don't know if that, I don't remember if it's in the book. I've read the book. I just don't remember if that's in the book or if it's just in the game. But I liked it. I liked The Hobbit. Never really got into The Lord of the Rings, but I liked The Hobbit though. So we're going on our own mad quest to the east of East and fighting the wild wereworms in the last desert. Or in the far lands in this case. What is a wereworm anyway? Is it like talking about worm with a Y, like the dragon looking thing? Like, well, I'm gonna eat this melon slice. I can't eat the melon slice? Well then it's useless. It's useless for me. Maybe I'll keep that. I'll put that in the bundle. That takes up like half the damn thing already. Alright, well. Anyway. Maybe glistening melon slices will turn out to be... You know, I really hate to do it, Chief. I really hate to do it to you. But I need that iron. Actually, hold on. I got those nuggets. Let's see how much iron the nuggets get me. I just need a pickaxe. Okay, I just need a pickaxe. You know I'm good for it. Alright. Hold on a second. How many? I don't think it's going to get me 3. Oh, well, yeah, it gets me 3 ingots. Alright. That iron golem got lucky. He was 1 pickaxe away from getting a butt whooping. All the speed runners do that tactic. Alright, well, I got the iron pickaxe. You, my man, just got really lucky. You know that? You got lucky, punk. It's almost getting dark out. What I would like to do is to get some wool. I'm going to end up taking some beds with me. I'm going to start this epic quest today. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh balls, oh butts. See this right here? This is why I hate children. That right there. You're never gonna see, even if I end up getting married one day, I'm not having any children. And that's exactly the reason. You know, sometimes I set foot outside my house, you know, early morning, coffee in hand, bathrobe on, I'm out to get the mail in the morning, and suddenly, bam, you know, ravenous child comes running down the driveway towards me, trying to rip out my leg bones. You know, it's crazy out there, but you know, those suburban children, they're feral animals. You're like, you know, I think we're gonna get moving from this village. I want to start this quest by the end of the episode. It's already Don't give me that look. This is my house now. You'll get it back when I'm done with it. It's my turn with the house now. Mom said I get the house now. Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, let's put that in there too. Do I need the leather? I don't think I'm gonna need the copper pickaxe, I gotta be honest. You know, I kind of like the salmon color. I don't know if that's a hot take or not in the Minecraft community, but I kind of like the look of the copper in it. I'm gonna keep the leather. That I don't need. I don't think I need the. I don't think I need to bring the copper with. It's not exactly hard to come across. One iron nugget. I think I can leave that. I'm keeping the string because you can use string to make wool. And I need to make wool to make beds. Cause I'm stealing all your beds, by the way. Probably pretty difficult for you to get beds, because there's no sheep around here, which is unfortunate for me. But I'm gonna end up taking all the beds for now. Then I'll sleep through the night, wherever I happen to be. And then I'll just leave the bed there, and it'll be like a checkpoint. So when I die, I'll just respawn there instead of going back to the beginning of the world or wherever it sends you when you don't have a respawn. So, but I'll have to leave the beds there every time, so it'll just be disposable beds basically. Which is a problem because, as you can see, beds take up a whole inventory slot. And that's just not a very practical use of space. So I'm gonna invest in just getting wool and wood. Speaking of wood, I need some wood. Is this wool? No, it's wood. That'll do. That'll do. A stripped spruce log. You're building stuff with stripped logs. You're not even doing it in the pattern. Like, they're not even lined up. What is this shit? You got... Look, you got... This is important, alright? This is making me mad now, okay? This is... You got going that way, and then going this way, and going that way. And it looks like it adds up. And then you got this one just... I'm mad now. This... You know what? I take back everything I said about this village. It sucks. Well, I don't need this. I don't think. Where do I put this? I can't put that there. There. It'll go there. Alright, keep the logs. I'm gonna need the wood eventually. And this is a lot more convenient than finding a tree. So, there we go. There we go. I think I got enough beds to last for a while. I don't really want to stay in this village for too long. I'm gonna get moving. This isn't just gonna be a constant speed run, I don't think, of me just going forward and non-stop just running. It's not gonna end up being that. I'm gonna stop in villages, resupply, maybe do some side quests. If I see a woodland mansion, I'll dispose of the occupants of that, as one should. You know, you see what there is to be seen. Yeah. And I need to get moving out of the tundra because I need food. And, I don't have any of that because you don't have any food here. You're all just growing potatoes. and carrots. And that does me no good because they're not grown yet. And that guy's just walking all over them. Alright. Well, this village, it's been a good one. It's been a surprisingly good one, actually. I'll just double check the houses. Have I gone into this one? It looks weird. I don't know if I've gone into all of them yet. Jesus shit. Fuck. God damn it. You just jump scared me, you bastard. You piece of shit. You know what? I'm taking this. That's what, yeah, you just lost your job because of that. I hope you're happy. I don't know if I'm going to need to use a brewing stand, but I'm taking it anyway. I'm sure I'll find more in other villages. I don't even think I'm going to make potions, really. I don't count on one hand, I think, how many times I've made potions in Minecraft and used them. Water-breathing potions, maybe. Alright, well, I think this is good for now. This is a good start. I need to get going because there's, like, no livestock here. So, alright, lads, it's been good. But, unfortunately, I can't grace you with my presence forever. Voice cracked a little bit there. I'm blaming you for that. I just double check in this cave and make sure there's nothing in here. Wouldn't want to miss any potential. Oh, there's nothing in here. Joy. Nothing but copper and coal. I don't think I'm going to have a problem getting copper or coal. I think I'm going to be pretty well set for that. Alright, lads, I'm out. Oh, is this another one? Nah, we're just going to go. We're just going to keep moving. We're going to start the quest. This episode is like 42 minutes long already, so I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to make a boat, because I'm seeing an ocean there and I'm going to need a boat anyway, so I'm going to need a boat, inevitably. But anyways, I was saying this episode's about 40 minutes long. I don't know how long I'm going to make these. I might do a half hour, I might do an hour. I don't know. Oh, you know what? This would be a nice place if I was building a house, but I'm not doing that, so. Oh, and we're off. Oh shit, I've lost control. Okay. Yeah. This is why they, were hesitant to give me a driver's license. Right there, as you can see. Because I immediately started driving on a frozen lake. Yeah. Don't fact check that one either. Yeah, fun fact, when we were younger, my brother and I, we went, you know those retention ponds in town? Well, we went walking on them when it was frozen one day. Just went walking across the retention ponds and nothing happened, but looking back, that was a really stupid thing to do. Shouldn't be walking on frozen ice unless you know it's solid. But, you know, it's kind of a neat thing neat experience. Yeah. This whole area is kind of a neat experience. Unfortunately, I'm not staying here. I am going east, right? I'm going in the right direction. Okay, good. Easy to tell because the sun rises in the east, so it's that way. I should probably not be jumping. I need to conserve my food until I get out of the actual Arctic Circle here. There's a crater as well. This is different. Do I see a light coming out of there? Or is that just a glitch in the texturing? Nah, it's just a glitch. Okay, well this is a little different, I think. At some point I might invest in a horse, but I'm not sure if you can put a horse in a boat. Ow. Yeah. I see if I ever get an animal in this to take with, it has to fit in a boat. Because I'm going to end up having to travel across oceans. And I'm sure as hell not going to paddle across an ocean. Because that would just take ages. So, if I get a horse, I have to find out if horses can be put in boats first. If not, then I don't know. I guess we're doing it on foot. Unless there's I'm sure there's other means of travel that are useful too. No, it's getting dark out. We're gonna have to drop our first bed pretty soon. I'd like to at least end this episode with getting out of this biome anyway. But first off, we're gonna drop our bed. White or blue bed? Hold on, I'm gonna flip a coin here. Heads for blue and tails for white. Alright, it's heads. Guess we're going blue. We're going blue this time. Alright. Anyway, as I said, I'm gonna have to just leave the beds after I sleep in them. Because if I take the bed with me and die, then it'll respawn me who the hell knows where. So I'm just gonna have to leave the beds there. So if I do die, it just sends me back a little bit, not all the way. I'd like to get out of the polar areas soon enough. I need food. I'm down to 2 beef. I'm down to 2 beef, and the glistening melon slices don't do shit, apparently. I don't know what they do, but they don't give me food. Can I eat a polar bear? I'm willing to bet that you can't. In the game, I'm sure you could probably eat a polar bear in real life, but you know they're endangered, so you know PETA would cancel you on Twitter if you did that. Alright, we're going. Can I tame a polar bear? Can I bring one of these? Can I ride one of these? Can I ride a... Excuse me. Hello. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I didn't know it was like that. If you're going to be like that, then I guess I'll just keep moving. Some people, honestly. Well, I hope one day this polar... I don't know how big the biomes are in this one. In the other file, my main file, they weren't that huge. Like, I could go for a short time and end up getting out of one biome and into another one, but that file's a couple of years older than this one, so I don't know if the biomes have gotten bigger since then. But I sure hope I get out of here, because I need the food. Ow, I need the food. And I don't have enough string for a fishing rod. Well, actually, I could get fish, couldn't I? There we go. You know, I hate to do it like this, because it's really inconvenient for me. But, you know... Oh, I need to breathe. I need air. There we go. It's really inconvenient to do it this way, but, you know, you gotta... In a survival situation, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? You gotta... Presumably swimming underneath an ice sheet is not a good survival. Hey. Like glitched and held me under the water. It's cursed. That's east. We're just gonna keep going east. That might have been a dumb idea. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe swimming underneath an ice sheet and eating raw salmon is probably not the best survival tactic in real life, but Steve in Minecraft, he's a little bit more hardy than your average Joe. You know, he's a bit sturdier than your average bear. Well, there's a tree. That's a good start. There's some grass. Hello, friend. Oh, there's a mini one. Wait. Wait. I didn't mean it. Calm down. Shit. See, I knew that would happen too. Ooh, sugar cane. Okay, I think he left. I think that bear left. Yeah, watch me get killed by a fucking polar bear first thing. Okay, he's gone. And we are still in the ice sheets. Where's global warming when you really need it? Oh, god damn it. Where is he? Well, oh, a chicken. I don't exactly know where that child was that just got scorched. But I need to find this duck, this chicken, this digget. I need the food. I need to get the phantom chicken. Where is it? He's gone. There is no chicken. Chickens are a myth. Anything in here? Well, we may run into some issues anyway. Well, as they say somewhere probably, just keep moving forward. I'm not swimming under the ice sheets again. That seems like it was probably not a great idea. Excuse me, bear friend. Okay, I didn't want to talk to you anyway, dickhead. Ooh, hello. We got a boat. We got a shipwreck. Let's hope there's something good in here. Wheat, take it. Leather, I don't need that. Nautilus shell. Shit. There we go. Alright, well, the wheat, we'll take the wheat, okay? There's a second. Ooh, an air pocket. Is there a chest back here somewhere? Could have sworn there was usually a second chest in there. Alright, well, it doesn't matter anyway. We got wheat so we can make some bread. We'll take it. How many is this? 4, I think. 4 bread. We'll take that. We take those, okay? We take the blessings of the shipwrecks. What direction? This way. I guess I could get a compass at some point, but I'm only traveling in one direction, and that direction isn't north. Hello. Salutations. I completely agree. That's a fair point right there. Anyway. Looks like we got an ocean. We may be escaping the polar regions. May finally be getting out of this ice scape. Oh, an ocean ruin. Yeah, I'm not going over there. I'm not. That's just death incarnate right there. I'm gonna avoid that one. The ruined portal down there, but I don't feel like going. Ooh, a Nautilus. And I got that iron Nautilus armor. Can I put that on the Nautilus? Come here. Come here, buddy. Hey. I can't put it on him. Well, that's useless. See, I like Nautilus, the actual creature. I mean, I like cephalopods anyway. My original YouTube profile was a deep, big fin squid. But I changed it to a nautiloid, a Nautilus, because my Steam profile one was also a big fin squid, and I wanted to spice it up a bit, change it up a little. So I changed it to that. Technically, it's my profile for the YouTube is it's a thing called an Orthoceras, which is an extinct nautilus with a long pointy shell. I like those because there used to be a museum in town and it had one of those on display, and I thought it was neat. I need to find some land pretty soon so I can sleep in a bed. What time is it? What time is it? It's Miller time. That's what time it is. Oh, there we go. Well, it's not an ice sheet, so that's something. We'll take that. Might be able to get some food here. We might be able to get some resources here. Things are looking up. We're going to sleep in a bed here and call the episode. This one's almost an hour long. I wanted to end it a little earlier, but you know. It do be like that, as nobody says. Here we go. I think you can eat these snowberries too, right? You can eat that. Oh well, I didn't mean to do that, but you know. Ooh, a cattle. A cow. I need your leather. I need your flesh. Alright, well, we're gonna make like the most basic version of a house in the side of this hill here and spend the night here, and I'm gonna call the episode there. I think I'm gonna make these probably like an hour long each. Maybe a half an hour long, I don't know. But oh, and there's some coal too, but I'll worry about that in the next episode of the East of East, Journey to the East. I'm not gonna mine that because I don't want any sand to fall in. There we go. There we go. Alright. We're gonna call it for that one. I think I'm gonna make these probably an hour and a half hour long. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. But, yeah. In the next episode, we're gonna go east further, and we're gonna keep going east. Boy, we're gonna just keep going all the way east. We're gonna go so far east that east will turn into west, and we'll have gone completely in circle. Or we'll get to the far lands. But again, 1.8 septillion blocks to the far lands. How long have I traveled now? How long? Is that F3? I've traveled... I think you start out at 0.0, so I've traveled what direction is east anyway? So hold on, I gotta figure this out. Oh, which axis is the east on? Okay, so the x-axis is east, so traveled about 3,500 blocks in the span of about an hour. Granted, I stopped in a village, but you know, I don't know. We'll figure it out though. In the next episode, I'm going east. I'm going further east, lads.